General Miles, with his gaudy uniform and spirited charger, was the center for all eyes, especially as his steed was extremely restless. Just as the band passed the commanding general, his horse stood upon his hind legs and was almost erect. General Miles instantly reined in the frightened animal and dug in his spurs in an endeavor to control the horse, which, to the horror of the spectators, fell over backwards and landed squarely on the commanding general. Much to the gratification of the people, General Miles was not injured, but considerable skin was scraped off the flank of the horse. Almost every inch of General Miles's overcoat was covered with the dust of the street, and between the shoulders a hole about an inch in diameter was punctured. Without waiting for anyone to brush the dust from his garments, General Miles remounted his horse and reviewed the parade as if it were an everyday occurrence. The incident naturally attracted the attention of the crowd, and this brought to notice the fact that the commanding general never permits a flag to be carried past him without uncovering and remaining so until the colors have passed. "And the Captain Bold of Company B was a-fightin' in the lead. Just like a true-born soldier, he of them bullets took no heed." Officials know nothing of vice. Sanitary trustees turn water of Chicago River into drainage canal. Lake Michigan shakes hands with the father of the waters. German Zuchterverein singing contest for canary birds opens. The fight for bimetallism at the ratio of 16-1 has not been lost, says Bryan. British beaten at Mafeking. For there's many a man been murdered in Luzon. Claims islands for all time. Hamilton Club listens to oratory by ex-Congressman Posey of Indiana. Noise greets new century. Labor greets new century. Churches greet new century. Mr. McKinley is hard at work in his office when the new year begins. Nation greets century's dawn. Responding to a toast, Hail Columbia, at the Columbia Club banquet in Indianapolis, Indiana, ex-President Benjamin Harrison said in part, "I have no argument to make here or anywhere against territorial expansion. But I do not, as some do, look upon territorial expansion as the safest and most attractive avenue of national deployment. By the advantages of abundant and cheap coal and iron, of an enormous overproduction of food products, and of invention and economy in production, we are now leading by the nose, the original and the greatest of the colonizing nations." Society girls, shocked, danced with detectives. For there's many a man been murdered in Luzon and Mindanao. Gaiety girls mobbed in New Jersey. One of the lithographs of the leading lady represented her in less than Atlantic City bathing costume, sitting on a red-hot stove. In one hand she held a brimming glass of wine, in the other ribbons drawn over a pair of rampant lobsters. For there's many a man been murdered in Luzon and Mindanao and in Samar. In responding to the toast, the 20th century, Senator Albert J. Beveridge said in part, "The 20th century will be American. American thought will dominate it. American progress will give it color and direction. American deeds will make it illustrious."